sure hits and misses, trying to keep between the ditches. Dear life, I hope you know. Dear life, what's your plan? Is where I'm supposed to be, right where I am. If it is, then I ain't leaving. If it ain't, I'll keep on dreaming. Dear life, what's your plan? Now you're flying by too fast, I'm about to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death, I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go, I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on for dear life. Dear life. Dear life, how's it look when you read the next few pages of my book? Am I with the ones I love down here up above? Dear life, how's it look? Now you're flying by too fast, I'm about to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death, I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go, I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on for dear life. Dear life. I wanna leave my mark, love till it breaks my heart. Live so loud that my forever echoes in the dark. I wanna leave my mark, love till it breaks my heart. Live so loud that my forever echoes in the dark. Flying by too fast, I'm about to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death, I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go, I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on for dear life. Dear life.
I remember that first day, feeling like a king, sitting out in my truck, freshmen wishing they were me. Old Chesney singing about them boys of fall. Yeah, this was our year, we were gonna win it all. It was skipping class, it was wasting gas, always paying cash from mowing grass that hot last summer. We were living fast on top of the world, trying to find a guy old enough to buy a little cheap wine for you, girl. Game days, we were jerseys in the hall. Yeah, barely 18, but a bunch of know-it-alls. Whoa, blink an eye and then you're there. Whoa, on a gym floor and folding chairs. Yeah, yeah, throwing caps up in the air. Couple tough boys shedding tears. Never thought it'd disappear senior year. Burning tires, burning CDs. It was breaking curfew, and mama waiting on me. Thinking that first love would last forever. My old letter jacket on, it never looked better than it did on her shoulders. Oh, but now that we're older, wonder where she is now, or if she ever thinks about living fast on top of the world, trying to find a guy old enough to buy a little cheap wine for you, girl. Game days, we were jerseys in the hall. Yeah, barely 18, but a bunch of shots for a little while. Senior year. Senior year. Yeah, we were living fast on top of the world, trying to find a guy old enough to buy a little cheap wine for you, girl. Game days, we were jerseys in the hall. Yeah, barely 18, but a bunch of know-it-alls. Whoa, you blink an eye and then you're there. Whoa, on a gym floor and folding chairs. Yeah, yeah, throwing caps up in the air, cuddled up for shedding tears. Never thought it'd disappear. Senior year. Senior year. I remember that first day, feeling like a king, sitting out in my truck, freshmen wishing they were me.
Cheap boat, six-pack of sunlight, a fireball burning up a blue sky. Mercury at 93, wasn't even half past noon. Our first taste of freedom after high school, breaking hearts, curfews, and mama's rules. I just laugh thinking about all the shit we got into. Yeah, those were the days we thought we'd never lose. But we did, and we miss how it was when we were just kids. Looking back on the past, wasn't much, but it's what we had. your plan? Is where I'm supposed to be, right where I am. If it is, then I ain't leaving. If it ain't, I'll keep on dreaming. Dear life, what's your plan? Now you're flying by too fast. I'm about to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death. I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go. I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on for dear life. Dear life, how's it look when you read the next few pages of my book? Am I with the ones I love down here up above? Dear life, how's it look? Now you're flying by too fast. I'm about to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death. I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go. I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on for dear life. I wanna leave my mark. Love till it breaks my heart. Live so loud that my forever echoes in the dark. I wanna leave my mark. Love till it breaks my heart. Live so loud that my forever echoes in the dark. Flying by too fast, I'll fight to make you last. Begging, won't you please just slow down? You're scaring me to death. I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't wanna let you go. I'm hanging on for dear life. Dear, hanging on.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Lundar School's 2022 graduation ceremony. For those of you that don't know, my name is Amy Teichels, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies today. I'm excited to be here today as we honor the hard work of our students as they officially become high school graduates. At this time, I ask that everyone please direct your attention toward the back of the gymnasium as we welcome our graduating class of 2022. Graduate Tyler Gustav Anderson. After graduation, Tyler plans to attend Red River College, where he has been accepted into the construction management program. Graduate Tyler Christopher Brand. After graduation, Ty plans to enter the workforce. He plans to attend post-secondary education at a later date. Graduate Cheyenne Peggy Lynn Chartrand. After graduation, Cheyenne plans to attend the University of Manitoba to take University 1, working towards a Bachelor of Education. Graduate Kennedy Lee Christensen. After graduation, Kennedy plans to attend the University of Manitoba to take University 1, working towards a Bachelor of Nursing. Graduate Christopher Caleb Delaney. After graduation, Chris plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Hope Anna Lee Foster. After graduation, Hope plans to enter the healthcare field. She will be enrolling in the healthcare aid program. Graduate Mark Sonny Reed Goodman. After graduation, Mark plans to continue in his apprenticeship program with Sigfusson Northern. Graduate Kaylin Marie Harris. After graduation, Kaylin plans to enter the workforce and travel. Graduate Leroy John Janke. After graduation, Leroy plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Kira Melissa Lavely. After graduation, Kira plans to attend the dental hygiene program at U of W. Graduate Logan York Miller. After graduation, Logan plans to continue in the apprenticeship program at Sigfuson Northern. Graduate Isabella Myrna Jeanette Rue. After graduation, Izzy plans to continue in the workforce and travel the world. Graduate Rebecca Lynn Surgener. After graduation, Rebecca plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Ethan James Sweetland. After graduation, Ethan plans to continue in the workforce and travel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lundar High School graduating class of 2022. At this time, I would ask that everyone please stand for the playing of O Canada. Well, grads, I know these last couple years have not gone quite the way you may have expected your high school years to go. You've experienced remote learning, sat 6 feet apart wearing masks, and have had limited opportunity to do the fun things like field trips and school sports. Even your graduation ceremony was changed locations 2 days before grad, but you made it, and here you are at the end of this chapter of your life. From my perspective, these 4 years went so fast. I still picture you sitting in Miss Thorgelson's grade 9 math room, probably making fun of her when I would pop in for a visit. And just like that, today you're officially becoming high school graduates and starting the next chapter of your life. We all look forward to seeing where that chapter will take you. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Lawrence Grisenda to come forward to give the principal's message.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today and supporting these fine young people in a truly significant moment in their life. To the parents, thank you for supporting the graduates in getting this group to and from school and pushing them to succeed. I'm sure that for some of you, it feels as though kindergarten was only yesterday, and the 13 years since you dropped them off for their first day have been a blur. For others, maybe you're excited about your child moving out so that you can finally do those renovations that you've always wanted to do. As you see your child in their cap and gown, please know that you had a large role in them succeeding school. From the staff at Lundar High School, we thank you for waking them up in the morning, driving in a forgotten binder as they rushed out of the house to get to the bus, and transported them to the extracurricular activities, games, and tournaments. Dear graduates, as I reflected on the time spent with you and the message I wanted to share today, I started to think about some of the characteristics that made your class your class. Here are some of the things that I think are important for you to remember. This class has students that were at Lundar High School, left to pursue other schooling and activity options, and then returned. This is important because, one, it shows that when there's opportunities present themselves, you are willing to take the chance and to see how they turn out. Unfortunately, there are not many guarantees in life. You'll be faced with choices on different schooling options, job opportunities, places to live, and many other things. There will be times when you need to take that leap of faith and try something to see if it works out for you. The second reason this is important is that it shows no matter where one goes in the world, home always holds a special place, and sometimes the grass isn't greener. Your experiences that you had growing up in rural Manitoba are a part of who you are. I urge you to be proud of that and remember that there are many people in the community who will be here to welcome you back should life take you away for a time. I know. Another cool fact about your group is that we have students who are the first to graduate from their family. That is fantastic. It's trailblazing stuff. Our world is constantly changing, and we need to adapt to the technologies, climate patterns, and different ways of thinking. I hope that all of you find your own way to trailblaze a path that leads you to the places and life events that you want to have. You may be the first to do something that has never been done before, or you may be the first to return to an old way of doing things that have been forgotten. The beauty of our world is that no two lives are lived the same. You will need to find your own way, your own path of success that you define. I know that you are ready for that. The class of 2022, you were also a group that liked to challenge the status quo. Over many conversations, curricular and general life topics, I would say that you are a group that likes to challenge popular thought. Whether it was the types of punishment in our justice system or the US election of 2020, I did admire your willingness to stick to your line of thinking. We live in a democracy, and that requires the citizens to be active and engage in dialogue. Your thoughts and voices are required in our communities, province, and country. Please continue to be bold in your thinking and to engage in dialogue, both sharing your thoughts and listening to alternative thoughts, though you're definitely stronger on sharing your thoughts than listening to other dialogue, but it'll come. The world needs your voice. Please make it heard. A final aspect of your class is that you are a group that didn't quit even if you hit a roadblock. Whether it was failing a class, juggling work and other commitments, or figuring out life drama, you continued to show up and learn and earn your diploma. The fancy word is perseverance. The important thing is that many of you have had to work through situations and have made mistakes, little failures, that you've had to learn from. There are many books, scholarly articles, documentaries, and information published on this subject. The main idea is that people learn much more from their failures than their successes. When we fail at something, we need to evaluate what went wrong, figure out how to get a better result the next time we face the same situation. It is that process of reflection and problem solving that is invaluable. I would hedge a bet that there isn't one person in this place that hasn't made a mistake. Most likely, we've all made mistakes, even today. Remember and rely on your ability to not quit and to persevere through the tough times in your life. I've seen you do it and know that you can do it again. So that is it. These are my last pieces of information I wanted to share with you. These are your final minutes as a student of Lundar High School. Not long from now, you'll walk out these doors, no longer a student, but a graduate. I and the staff at Lundar High School are proud of you. You've earned this accomplishment and will be just fine. And as my Essential 40 class likes to say, that ain't cap. Did I get it right? Congratulations, you deserve to be acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Grisenda. As a graduating class, you have voted on 2 valedictorians. At this time, I would like to ask Tyler Anderson and Cheyenne Chartrand to come forward to share their valedictorian addresses. I offered to take it out of his pocket, but he insisted to keep it in his possession.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to support us today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tyler Anderson. Today is one of the proudest moments in our family's lives. So now would be the best time to ask them for money. We have all had different experiences here, whether you were playing sports or reading books. But there's one thing that we all have in common. We have all taken this journey to adulthood together. We started off as scrawny preteens going into high school, and now we are turning into adults. We have shared many moments over the years. Here are just a few to name. In grade 9, we came to this new school. We had new teachers, but we had the same friends to support us along the way. In grade 10, we left around March due to COVID, and we thought we would come back, but we ended up doing remote learning for the rest of the year, which, needless to say, was interesting. Grade 11. When we came back in grade 11, we had to wear masks and sit 6 feet apart in class, even though we were constantly reminded by the teachers that we had to sit in our assigned seats while trying to talk to our friends. In grade 12. In grade 12, it started out much like grade 11, but we eventually got back to the way school was supposed to be, where it was a place where we could learn like normal, not spaced out all the time. All right. And to our teachers are some of the most patient people in the Interlake. They have spent many hours putting up with our nonsense. Mr. Teichels. Mr. Teichels devoted much of his time to our school sport and intramural programs. There was not a day when he wasn't doing something sports-related for us students. Mr. Teichels spent countless hours making teams and schedules for our benefits. Miss Teichels. Miss Teichels was always willing to give extra help when any student struggled with a subject. If you didn't understand a topic, she could go into a deep explanation to make sure everyone always understood. Mr. Lowen. Mr. Lowen taught us to be creative with our ideas. He also taught us that respect and time management are important in life. Mr. Lowen always made coming to school fun and entertaining because he let us do what we wanted to build in the shops room and express our ideas. Miss Toslan. Out of every teacher in the school, Miss Toslan definitely has the most patience. She had to teach most of our group ELA, and let me tell you how hard it is to make rowdy teenagers listen about reading and writing. We will use the skills she taught us in life when we are working as adults. Mr. Grisenda. Mr. Grisenda was always trying to make sure his students use their class time effectively. He could often be found reminding people not to be late to class. He gave many good life advice speeches during Essential Math. Miss Thorgelson. Miss Thorgelson was always a fun teacher to have for science or biology. She made fun projects that were always interesting for her students. She also spent many hours helping with grad and fundraisers. She came to school for grad meetings on her own time to help us plan our grad. Miss DeBowitz. For most of my life, Miss DeBowitz was starting her family, so we always had a different teacher for home ec or geography. I did have you for social studies in grade 9, where you told us that at 15 years old, we should be able to color within the lines. To my fellow classmates, Logan. Logan has been my best friend since kindergarten, and over the years, I have seen his hair become crazier and his love for cars grow. Logan is best known for sports and his Corvette. Mark. Mark is probably the hardest worker in our class. Every day he would work before and after school, and almost every day he would show up in a high-vis shirt, dirty with his work from the Sigvason shop. Tyler Brand. Tyler could often put his schoolwork off all week and finish it in a night. Tyler is very smart, so if you were looking for someone's papers to look at for answers, he was the man. Alex. At first impression, Alex would seem quiet, but he is entirely the opposite of that. I've laughed almost every day with Alex or at something he said. I'll often remember whispering things at you during school. Leroy. Leroy always finished his work on time, sometimes even early. Over the years, he put up with our shenanigans. We would be goofing off, and he could often be seen shaking his head with disapproval. Ethan. Ethan is responsible for many laughs over the years, and if you wanted random jokes or funny noises, he was the guy to look for. Christopher. We've often had different classes, but I'll always know you for sitting quietly, working hard at your desk, and whenever I did see you, you always seemed happy. Rebecca. I will remember you as a quiet, hard-working person who never gave anyone a hard time. Kaylin. Kiki always spoke up for what she believed in. I'm sure she's happy that she no longer has to deal with our nonsense anymore in class. Hope. Hope always finished her work on time, but that doesn't mean she never talked in class. Hope usually wore earbuds to drown out the noise of us fooling around in ELA. Kira, there wasn't a day at school when I didn't tell you to make your Apple Watch stop beeping. Like me, Kira was often seen sporting co-op attire at school. Isabella. Izzy always had a smile and is one of the friendliest people I know. Continue to be yourself and you'll find friends wherever you choose to go in life. Kennedy. Kennedy is known for being one of the smartest people in our school. Kennedy is a great athlete, and her skills both on and off the ice will take her far in life. Cheyenne. Shia is a great friend who will always be there for anyone. She is a kind person who will always have something good to say. Cheyenne spent most of her school life balancing driving for hockey while still managing to get her schoolwork done on time. To wrap things up, I'd like to say thank you to my fellow classmates, all staff at Lundar School. You've all played an important role during my time here. And to our families, you always put our interests first, pushing us to be the best people we could be. Whether it was driving us to sports, helping with schoolwork, or waking us up in the morning when we didn't want to go to school. Everything that you did has brought us here together today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, educators, staff, friends, and family of the class of 2022. With all of us being from such small towns and classes, I feel as though everyone here knows me, but for the rare few that don't, my name is Cheyenne Chartrand. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone in attendance for taking time out of your busy schedules in supporting of our graduating class. I would like to thank Mr. Grisenda for his continuous support and wisdom inside and out of the class, whether it was in front of the whiteboard or lecturing our voice for his class, and trying to impress us to do more, inspire us to do more than we think we can. To Ms. Teichels for being our MC. Even though the time our class had was cut short with you starting your family, we are all extremely grateful for the neatly written, colorful notes you would make to us while drinking your Diet Pepsi at 9:30 a.m. To Ms. Tosland, who had to listen to our many farmers hound her for being a vegan, and who is always understanding of any of our excuses for assignments not being done, even if it was just a plain, I just didn't do it. To Ms. Thorgelson, or Carm as the whole class referred to her as, for having to deal with all the grad planning behind the scenes and was forced to listen to our opinions this year, being the guidance counselor. To Mr. Teichels, who was by far our favorite PE teacher due to never making us run a beep test in all our high school years. To Mr. Lowen, who believed in all of us and pushed us as if we were his own family. To Mr. Bowitz, who we only had in grade 9, but you made sure our transition from grade 8 to high school wasn't too overwhelming. To our families, who have forced us out of bed for the past 13 years. I know valedictorian speeches are normally a formal goodbye, but if you knew our class the way I did, formal wouldn't fit. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous to stand up here one more time in front of my fellow graduates. To many other larger towns, they look at our small class and think it's unusual. People are amazed that we have less than 20 graduates because they had hundreds, but thank God, because I couldn't handle 100 of you. Every time they make a comment about our small school, I think about how lucky I am, how lucky we all are to be able to have a friend in all our classes. It is impossible for us to look to our left and then look to our right and not see a friend. Unless you are sitting at the ends, I'll beat you, Mark, before you can make a smart comment. When I look at the grads in front of me, I see two groups, Lundar and Eriksdale, who have combined to make our Kodiak's family. Like any other family, we have a lot of different journeys. Whether it's staying at home and joining the workforce or furthering our education, I see us all ending our journeys back where it started in our towns. Our futures vary for mechanics, nursing, education, farming, construction, childcare, and so on, and I have never felt more proud of the group of friends than I have today. We have been given the same tools in our toolboxes, but yet have used them differently to create our own lives. The realization that we are going to pretend to know what we're doing after today is pretty terrifying, but if I know my former classmates will find a way to get there no matter what. My last thank yous are to my fellow graduates. Thank you, Tyler Anderson, for always being the kind boy who I've watched grow into a kind man, making sure everyone felt included. Thank you, Logan, for never making me feel too stupid after pretending I knew what I was talking about in the conversations, including cars and farming. Thank you, Izzy, for being my friend throughout preschool to today, always with an open ear and making our whole kindergarten class feel special with our own pencils because you chewed everything else. Thank you, Tyler Brand. You've always been ahead of your grade, both smart and funny, that our class knew we could count on you to double-check our answers. Thank you, Chris. I don't know you too well, but no matter the day, you always had a kind smile. Thank you, Kennedy, for all the unpaid therapy sessions about whatever or whoever made me mad that day. Thank you, Kiki, for all the insight you have taught our class and all the giggles, no matter how loud they were. Thank you, Hope. We'd only known you since grade 8, but you've made up for lost time and weren't afraid to talk to new faces. Thank you, Mark, for all the comments to everything, making me have to think faster on my comebacks. Thank you, Kira, for always making my late seem okay because you came in after me. Thank you, Leroy, for all the stories and the facts you would share to me since kindergarten. Thank you, Ethan, for all the music I've stolen from your playlists. Thank you, Alex, for not getting mad when I called you McCauliflower in grade 7 and sticking to it, and for all the jokes the class might not have heard, but I did. Thank you, Rebecca. I enjoyed hearing your perspectives in our literary circles, and was always amazed at how fast you could finish those novels. I thank everyone who has been here for our grad class for the past 13 years. Although small, we made up for lost noise. I wish you all nothing but the best in your futures, whether we see each other again or not. And I hope you all remember that no matter how far we might be, you can always talk to me.
Thank you, Ty and Cheyenne. It's great to hear all your memories and how thankful you are for your school experiences. It is now time to begin the presentation of diplomas and awards. Before we begin, I would like to just remind you of a few things. We will be presenting the diplomas in alphabetical order. When grads come forward to receive their diploma, their name will be announced. I will share some memories about them, and then any presentations of scholarships and awards will take place. If you are here to present an award, as we get close to the presentation for the graduate, please make your way to the awards table and see Cindy. Mr. Grisenda will then finish the presentation by presenting the diploma that will officially make you a high school graduate. We will begin our presentation with graduate Tyler Anderson. Throughout Ty's 4 years at Lundar School, he could almost always be found socializing. Whether it was the person sitting next to him or the one sitting all the way across the classroom, he seemed to always have something that he needed to share right away. Last year in applied math, Ty decided to take possession of one of the cupboards in the science lab. It was his snack cupboard. He would come into class and tuck away snacks for the next couple of days. Apparently, my math class was so boring, he needed the snacks to help keep him awake. You're really lucky I didn't steal those snacks, Ty. Ty, your friendly personality and ability to strike up a conversation with pretty much anyone will be a helpful skill in your future. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Tyler is the recipient of the Alan Forsyth Foundation Scholarship. The Coldwell Lundar Community Foundation Cal and Dorothy Bennett Memorial Scholarship. The Ericsdale Legion Scholarship. The Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Advisory Scholarship. The Interlake Co-op Scholarship. The Lundar School Scholarship. And the Raymond Shady Monkman Scholarship. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will now present Tyler with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Tyler. Graduate Tyler Brand. Tyler has been our local technology expert over the last 4 years. He is the only student I know of at Lundar School who has ever been offered a job by the technology department because he was always fooling around with the school network. I'm going to miss having you in the building as tech support. Well, he was good tech support when he was present. One of Tyler's other skills was figuring out how he could be absent from school almost every Friday and, well, a few other days, and still make sure he did enough to pass his courses. Must be nice to be smart enough to do that, Tyler. Congratulations on graduating, Tyler. Tyler is the recipient of the Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Advisory Scholarship. Mr. Grisenda will now present Tyler with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Tyler. Graduate Cheyenne Chartrand. In a class dominated by loud and unruly boys, Cheyenne was able to tell them how it is. Cheyenne's strong personality allows her to stand up for what she believes in, and that was a skill that was very necessary in this year's graduating class. Cheyenne loves sports, and it seems that every time I spoke with her, she was trying to fit her schoolwork in before traveling off to a hockey or baseball practice somewhere. Cheyenne, your strong personality and your passion to succeed at whatever it is you set your mind to will serve you well in life. Congratulations and best of luck in your future endeavors, Cheyenne. Cheyenne is the recipient of the Coldwell Community Foundation Scholarship. The Derek Johnson Citizenship Scholarship. The Interlake Lightning Female Under 18 AAA Hockey Scholarship. The Lakeshore School Division Proficiency Award for Lundar School. The Lakeshore Teachers Association Scholarship. The Lundar Legion Scholarship. And the One Insurance Bursary. Mr. Grisenda will now present Cheyenne with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Cheyenne. Graduate Kennedy Christensen. Through Kennedy's time at Lundar School, she could often be seen with a big grin on her face as she was laughing at the ridiculous behaviors of her classmates. She would watch with a smile and then get back to work. Kennedy has shown her athleticism with her many hockey accomplishments. She joined the varsity volleyball team for the first time as a grade 12 student and was one of the top players. And at Christmas time, when only her and Izzy showed up for the Christmas activities, and they were able to hold their own against whole classes of students. Kennedy, you are a kind, hardworking student who is always willing to step up and help out. And these traits will serve you well in life. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Kennedy is the recipient of the Brendan Moman Memorial Scholarship. The Craig Pottinger Memorial Bursary. The Fiola Johnson Scholarship. The Greater Cooperative Amateur Athletic Association Scholarship. And the Governor General's Bronze Medal Award. The Goodyan Johnson Memorial Scholarship. The Interlake Lightning Female Under 18 AAA Hockey Scholarship. The Ladies Aid Bjork Scholarship. The Lundar Legion Scholarship. And the Marla Bonwick Scholarship. And the Noventus Credit Union Scholarship. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Kennedy with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Kennedy. Graduate Christopher Delaney. Whenever Chris came into school this year to pick up his course materials, he always had a big smile and a positive attitude. Although Chris did not spend much time in Lundar School, his friendly hellos and laughter were a very positive addition to the school environment. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, Chris. At this time, we would like Mr. Grisenda to please come forward to present Chris with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Chris. Graduate Hope Foster. Hope is a very kind, honest, and determined student. She has showed dedication to both her schoolwork and her sports teams while at Lundar School. Hope has been a member of our girls' curling team and was a member this year when they were zone finalists. Every time, though, Hope, I look at a negative number, I will always remember you. She very seriously said to me, negative signs don't matter. Well, Hope, they do matter. And as one last piece of advice, they really matter when they're in front of the numbers in your bank account. Congratulations on graduating today, Hope, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Hope is the recipient of the Alan Forsyth Foundation Scholarship, the Ericsdale Legion Bursary, the Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Advisory Scholarship, the Lundar School Scholarship, the Noventus Credit Union Scholarship, the One Insurance Bursary, the Subject Award Medal for Construction Technology 40S, and the Vocational Teachers Association Award of Merit. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Hope with her high school diploma. Graduate Mark Goodman. Mark has never had a problem letting people know how he feels about a situation. His ability to speak his mind can be a strength, but it can also be a weakness. One thing is for certain, we never had to guess how Mark was feeling. Throughout his last semester of grade 12, Mark was almost never seen in anything other than his high-vis clothing, work boots, and a little bit or a lot of dirt or grease on his face as he rushed from his apprenticeship at Sigfusson Northern to get to his favorite class ever, ELA. Well, Mark, you made it to the end of ELA, and now you're done with writing essays and stories for school. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Mark is the recipient of the David Sigfusson Memorial Scholarship. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Mark his high school diploma. Congratulations, Mark. Graduate Kaylin Harris. Oh, Caitlin, you will forever be Kiki to me. I first met Kiki when she was in grade 4 and I became her skating coach. From the first lesson, it was evident that dancing was her passion. She enjoyed her skating, but she loved to dance. I always enjoyed hearing about the trips and experiences she had with her dance group. Kiki has grown up to be a caring and thoughtful young adult, and although the road to graduation today has been a bumpy one, your determination has paid off. Best wishes as you head on to the next chapter of your life, Kiki. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will come forward to present Kiki with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Kaylin. Congratulations, Kaylin. Couple technological difficulties. Oops. Graduate Leroy Janke. All throughout high school, we could always count on Leroy to tell an interesting story about what he'd been up to on the weekend. Whether he was working on his mechanical skills or crashing airplanes, Leroy always had something interesting going on. Leroy has always done things his own way, and he was never swayed by others' influences and morals. This is a good skill to carry with you as you move beyond high school. Continue to be your own person, Leroy. Best wishes in your future endeavors, Leroy. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Leroy with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Leroy. Graduate Kira Lavalley. Throughout Kira's years at Lundar School, she has been actively involved in our girls' volleyball and curling programs. But when I think of Kira, hope also comes to my mind, because it seems that for much of high school, the two of you were inseparable. Whether it was one of you teaching the other the lesson that you missed or kind of zoned out during, or traveling to volleyball together, the two of you came as a unit. Kira has always been and will continue to be a kind and respectful young adult who got her work done when the pressure was on. Working under pressure is a good skill to learn, but maybe leaving things to the last minute isn't always a good idea. Best wishes in your future endeavors, Kira. Kira is the recipient of the Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Scholarship. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will come forward to present Kiara with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Kiara. Graduate Logan Miller. If there was an award for the graduate with the biggest grin on their face, it would go to Logan. He was often seen smiling and laughing as one of his friends was getting in trouble, probably for something he came up with and convinced them to do. Then he would walk away pretending he was innocent. But Logan, not everyone fell for your act. In ELA, when they were studying The Outsiders, Logan said, if you ever join a gang or anything like that, just remember, you're not always joining a bad group, but you are joining a family. Well, Logan, I think you joined a gang when you became friends with the boys in your class. You sure act like a group of brothers rather than classmates, and those friendships will last a lifetime. Best of luck in your future endeavors, Logan. Logan is the recipient of the Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Scholarship. and the Subject Award Medal for Transactional ELA. At this time, I would ask Mr. Grisenda to please come forward to present Logan with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Logan. Graduate Isabella Rue. Izzy, like many of her classmates, is not afraid to speak her mind and was always determined to do things her way. Mr. Grisenda says that if there was a song title that describes Izzy, it would be Frank Sinatra's My Way. In the lyrics, it states, I travel each and every highway. Izzy literally and figuratively did that throughout high school, whether it was traveling for school sports or making an excuse for why she was late or why she needed to leave class early or deciding not to attend classes in her final semester and do things independently. She did high school her way. When she sets her mind to something, there's no stopping her. And that is a skill that will serve her well as she decides where she would like the next chapter of her life to take her. Congratulations and best wishes in your future endeavors, Izzy. Mr. Grisenda will now present Izzy with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Izzy. Graduate Rebecca Surgener. During Rebecca's time at Lundar School, she was always a very quiet student who apparently spent a lot of time lying on the floor in room 118. During that time, she did share her passion for TV shows and movies with Stevie, and also was very helpful in lending a helping hand to decorate around the school. We thank you for that, Rebecca. Best wishes in your future endeavors. Rebecca is the recipient of the Ericsdale Municipal Heritage Scholarship. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Rebecca with her high school diploma. Congratulations, Rebecca. Graduate Ethan Sweetland. Oh, Ethan, there's one thing for certain about you, and that is when you're in need of someone to put a smile on your face or make you laugh, Ethan is your guy. When Ethan was in grade 9, he broke his ankle playing volleyball. And I know that part is not so funny, but Ethan's response was quite hilarious. He said, Mr. Teichels, my ankle is unresponsive. Ethan, Mr. Teichels apologizes for not taking your response seriously and realizing you had actually broken your ankle. Ethan, your great sense of humor, manners, and kind heart have been greatly appreciated. You have left a lasting impression on staff members, and Stevie will always remember you by the line of, thanks for not giving up on me. Ethan, your perseverance to get to graduation is something you should be very proud of. We wish you the best of luck in life after high school. At this time, Mr. Grisenda will present Ethan with his high school diploma. Congratulations, Ethan. This concludes our presentation of diplomas and awards. We do have a few awards that will be presented in the fall to non-graduating students. Both our Female and Male Athlete of the Year awards and the Subject Award medals for Comprehensive ELA, Essential Math 40S, Pre-Calculus 40S, and Physics 40S were received by students in grade 11 or younger. Before I can conclude today's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our local scholarship sponsors for their kind donations to our graduates' futures. Graduates, you are very lucky to live in communities that have so much support for your future education. At this time, I would like to ask our graduates to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the Lundar High School graduating class of 2022. The grads will take a moment to remove their caps and gowns, and then I will introduce them one last time as they show off their suits and dresses as they leave the gym.
I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. Then when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup.
Please cheer on our graduating class, starting with graduate Ethan Sweetland. Graduate Rebecca Surgener. Graduate Izzy Rue. Graduate Logan Miller. Graduate Kiera Lavely. Graduate Leroy Janke. Graduate Kaylin Harris. Graduate Mark Goodman. Graduate Hope Foster. Graduate Christopher Delaney. Graduate Kennedy Christensen. Graduate Cheyenne Chartrand. Graduate Tyler Brand. And last but not least, graduate Tyler Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Lundar School class of 2022. This concludes our graduation ceremony for today. A reminder that grads are able to take their grad gowns for a short period of time to have pictures with their friends and families. Please have the gowns and stoles returned to the school by 2:45 p.m. The hats are theirs to keep. Also, a reminder to all guests that the grads will be parading down Main Street at 3 p.m. So please feel free to find a spot on Main Street to cheer them on. Once again, congratulations, graduates, and have a great day, everyone. If either the graduates or someone on their behalf can please remember to come up and pick up their diplomas and awards before they leave, that would be very good. Thank you.
I remember that first day, feeling like a king, sitting out in my truck, freshmen wishing they were me. Old Chesney singing about them boys of fall. Yeah, this was our year, we were gonna win it all. It was skipping class, it was wasting gas, always paying cash from mowing grass that hot last summer. We were living fast on top of the world, trying to find a guy old enough to buy a little cheap wine for you, girl. Game days, we were jerseys in the hall. Yeah, barely 18, but a bunch of sun caps up in the air, couple tough boys shedding tears. Never thought it'd disappear, senior year. Burning tires to burn CDs. It was breaking curfew, and mama waiting on me. Thinking that first love would last forever. My old letter jacking on